pulling like
Oh,
a pillar.
for sure, yeah.
But as for Rock, it's harder to use for sure because you don't want to hit your partner with that. That's super dangerous.
Straight up, we're going to the Neo Fire Capital, I believe it's called.
Yeah. Claren's new stage skin for Fire Capital looks super nice. I always feel a bit uncomfortable playing here just because we're so used to the old version, but it looks great.
Solar immediately on the aggression there, clean 80% on Vin, the Rano player we have here.
Yeah, it's super fast. Right now we're seeing that Rano being quite smart. He got the combo started on the Kragg there, but because he saw that his partner was in trouble, he just backed off, didn't go for the long edge guard, went to help his partner. He was a bit too late, but the thought was there.
Seen some good awareness from Protagify as well. He sort of shut down the Zetterburn combo from Damn Danny on Solar before with a good up tilt. And
oh, that was a good read. Okay, so I definitely will see Proto probably being a very talented doubles player, even though I haven't seen him play before. Just because with Absa players, they always have to have the awareness for their cloud anyways, whenever it's across the stage.
So it's a skill they're already developed
yeah,
through their
it's
single
a skill
play.
they probably already have of watching for your opponent across the screen. And that's probably the biggest thing of getting into doubles is learning to watch for your opponent, not just yourself.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of back and forth here. It's like Damn Daddy has been doing a really good job of splitting up Solar and Protagify so far, but
yeah.
I think they're so confident in their 1v1 play that they're not too concerned about it, and they're just sort of weaving back in only when it's really necessary.
Yeah, if anything, that just means that the stage pick was very smart by Protagify and Solar. As long as they're confident in 1v1s, these big stages are great, because if you're split up, then getting back together is quite difficult.
A bit costly with the charge neutral special there, killing Vin there.
Okay, but this is still doable. So right now we're technically even on stocks. It's just that Damn Danny's at quite a high percent. But that's one of the big things in doubles. It's as long as that stock is still there, even if it's at high percent, it's very valuable. Because getting that kill is the difficult part.
Yeah, we can see him playing a bit more conservative there, just messing up the recovery a bit there. I'm not sure. Did he forget he used his wall jump?
Oh, okay, but
interesting situation.
This just got close again because Solar accidentally SD'd one of his stocks and took a while to take the stock. Maybe he just wasn't familiar with the button to press. I know I wasn't.
Slight delay on that first one always, isn't there? So Protagify off stage and just weaves back on with a nice double jump.
Yeah, in a game where Protagify and Solar were kind of in the lead the entire time, that one SD brings things very, very close.
Got that bubble set up there, so maybe trying to save himself from something like that. I'm not sure if he was able to weave in there.
Here we have a 1v1 situation. Very dangerous because Craig's off stage.
Ooh. I think he definitely had time to maybe like pull rock or do some more tricky stuff with that recovery, but he just jumps back on stage and makes it on cleanly.
Okay.
Damn Danny. He's getting these clean hits in, just needs that one up strong.
Very smooth play, not doing anything too dangerous, just zoning with fireballs, and going to take the 1v1. And good comeback on game one for a game that Solar and Protagify were very heavily leading the entire time.
So I'm not sure, it looks like we're maybe changing up some tags here, so maybe having some control issues, or maybe just going with a fresh start.
That too. Oh, what does that say?
I am, you are.
Okay, that's some sort of reference that I don't get.
Yeah, interesting.
Couple control changes though.
Okay, so I've got clarification on this before. We are doing character selects before any stage bans here, and Treetop Lodge is of course permabanned in doubles.
Yes, it's just way too small. It would just be way too hectic. There's just kind of no neutral game at that point.
So we're gonna see Team Damn Danny, 2 bans here.
Yeah,
so we've
Damn
got
Danny
Tempest and Ethereal Gates. I don't mind that. Even
Okay.
it's large flat stage.
Interesting choice. Even though I actually liked the bigger stage pick for Protagify and Solar just because their 1v1s were good. But at the same time, this stage should help get the early off-the-top kills that Absa might want. That was a very quick gimp on Rano there, Vindicator, just because the DI was not on point.
I feel like Protagify's going in here with a bit of confidence as well. He's getting these up air hits and trying to go for some of these earlier kills on Air Miner. I imagine that would be most of the reasoning of why they chose this stage. And they were very quick on the trigger on it as well, not really talking about it. So maybe they must have pre-planned, like, this is definitely a stage where we can take this.
That, or maybe it's just a comfort pick for both of them.
Oh, good parry on the tongue there.
Ooh.
And only a slight charge needed to kill that forward strong. Bit surprising at such a low percent, really.
Yeah. That was a great up air follow-up. So we're seeing Proto getting most of the kills on this team. For a team composition, you'd think that usually Kragg would be like the heavy stock dealer, but Absa's just, it's easier to throw out the moves because there's less startup.
It is interesting. We are talking up Solar and Protagify for that 1v1 situation, but I'm seeing a lot of good team synergy from Damn Daddy that just isn't present on Team Hawaii 5 or... I'm not... Hawaii 5 or? Not quite sure there.
But where does Solar live? Is he Orlando or something?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, is this 5-0? Maybe it's because they're going to go 5-0 in bracket.
Ooh.
That'd be pretty solid. Okay, so right now, very dominant game by Protagify and Solar.
Solar popped that pillar up trying to save Protagify. The incoming hits actually helped out Damn Danny in that situation, though.
So right now, I think Damn Danny's just going to try and feel out both Protagify and Solar's neutral so that he has a bit of information to go in.
Oh, very cheeky trying to charge the down strong into the cloud there.
Okay.
But yeah, with 2 stocks apiece on both Solar and Protagify, it's going to be very tricky.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Damn Danny wasn't sure what the stock count was. In such a hectic situation, it's very hard to look down just to see what it is.
Almost went for the double kill there with the up air.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen some character changes.
Okay. I think it's a good choice. The Rano is just getting bullied a bit too much. Maybe Kragg will have better zoning tools to help.
But you got to think, maybe if they had been at a different stage, they wouldn't have had those troubles, though.
That's true.
So
they did do much better game 1.
If he's confident with his run, though, they might be better off looking at different stages to go to before pulling the trigger on a character bit change.
It's just always difficult for best of 3 sets like this.
Yeah.
Where, even though you're not sure whether or not you want to do something more risky like this, you only have one more chance. If you don't win this game, then it loses bracket for you. So.
Yep. So all sets in this pool are, of course, best of 3. And seeing straight off the bat, Tampa's pick ban was interesting because Team Damn Danny actually banned that last time as well. So we already have the information that that's the stage they don't want to go to. But maybe they're thinking with the Kragg switch that they
Maybe.
might be looking otherwise. Blazing Hideout is the other ban, and we're going to Frozen Fortress.
I think it's smart. The game they did best on was on Fire Capital, which was quite a large stage. And this is at least similar, but maybe it's just better for their style.
The ceiling's not really high, it's still quite low, but
Yeah.
not as low as, say, Aeromato was for some of those earlier kills, which you've got to be scared of with Kragg up air as well as Absa up air too, so it's going to help out Team Hawaii 5-0 here.
We already see Vindicator getting some good combos on Solar, so maybe the character switch was not a bad idea after all.
And they've got the first stock on Protagify there for quickly evening it up, and
Yeah.
that's another one gone for Solar there.
Right now it's just looking like Damn Danny's doing a very great job of being the kind of stock taker, using fire effectively to get those early kills with Up Smash.
We saw Vindicator pressuring Protagify off stage there as well, and Solar came in to save him, but yeah, not before a good 55% was taken there.
These moments where Protagify is in on Vindicator, I think that Damn Danny definitely should be coming over to help. It's a very scary situation that you don't want. Protagify is just too solid on the edge.
I think it's a weakness of both teams right now. They're not really helping each other out as much as we'd like to see.
Yeah.
I think Damn Daddy definitely has some better team synergy in that regard, but Solar and Protagify are weaving in on their good 1v1 plays to try to carry that aspect through.
Right now,
back air, Solar's in trouble, but they've backed off and let him back on stage and chosen to take the stock off Protagify there.
So right now, Damn Danny and Vindicator, their picks are working out very well. This is probably the best lead they've had all set.
Ooh, costly forward air there from Protagify. Takes the stock off Solar.
Okay.
Not what you want to be seeing.
That was an excellent side B by Vindicator, just keeping both opponents off of Damn Danny as he was recovering.
So we're seeing Vindicator play a bit aggressive with his Kragg here, and some of these moves throwing out.
Yeah, he's using a lot of high risk, high rewards moves, which is great in this situation because you have Damn Danny to cover you if something goes wrong. So you might as well go for the big risks, since if it does turn out, then you can have a stock.
It's always scary using rock or down special in doubles as well because it's so easy to accidentally get your teammate here. That was really interesting what we just saw. The pillar there. Do we not?
Oh. Okay, so this is all up to Vindicator. Considering the percents, it's very doable. I think he's going to try and get the stock on Protagify first, just because it's much easier to kill. Oh, no.
Solar parried Protagify's up tilt there, got inbound, and then weaved up for the up strong. That was interesting.
That was actually quite the close set for our first round, so super good one to start with.